This is the Sprout Farmers Market 1 month overview for June 2022, ticker symbol SFM, like Matthew. It's currently May 23rd, 2022, 10:18 p.m. So the overall theme and behavior for the month is going to be Congress may have something to do with this decline through a support level down to meet a second support level, and then we do bullish rotation along that support level, or sideways rotation along that support level, I should say. It's crossed with a big push to the upside, a breakout, and what looks to be like a big move at the start of a rally. Behavior around the month's highs is going to be falling down through a support level, and then back up to bounce along that support level. So like you fall down to it, break through it, then back up and bounce along it. The behavior around the month's low, there's going to be deep declines into the month's low. Looks like we have a move lower. All right, so we have a month's high correlation and some reverse clairvoyant anchors here, expressing a month's high here in the midst of a big rally or big push higher on the 3rd. So we have a crisscross through 3 times through a price level on the 1st. And that price level is again highlighted on the 2nd, where we have our first month's low on a month's chart. Shouldn't be that significant, but still consider a first month's low. On the 3rd, we have a month's high after a big push. There's a local high on the day's chart. There's a big push and a breakout to the upside on the day's chart. This is for the 3rd. 2 trade opportunities as well. And it looks like we have a high early in the day, and then what appears to be another high at resistance, but a lower one, it looks like. So I should say another peak or crest at the end of the day. Male leaders highlighted on the 6th. Likely a decline day because we have on the 7th further decline, sideways fluctuations with a decline to a month's low. There's a breakdown through an important support level. And there's also a trade opportunity around a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of volatility. So local low, local high. Yeah, there's a lot going on that day. A lot going on the 7th, but it's mostly decline, it looks to me to be, well, there's a fast sudden move higher in the midst of it. We have another, on the 8th, we have another day that's highlighting an important price level, likely where multiple trend lines intersect. We go from a low on the end of the 8th, at the end of the day on the 8th, to it looks like a gap up on the 9th, but that ends up being the high for the 9th, and we decline sharply on the 9th. Looks like to another month's low, maybe possibly the same one or a lower one, likely a lower one, and then it looks like we have another, like possibly in the morning, move higher, or like we gap up higher on the 10th, but then we drop again sharply through an important support level, and that decline continues over the weekend into the 13th. Looks like a lot of profit taking there, or risk off, an opportunity to open up puts or protection on the end of on Friday, the 10th, at the end of the day. It looks like roughly on that 10th there. And then looks like we have a move higher out of, so there's that notable decline over the weekend into a bottom that takes place at a support level on the 17th. And then there's a big push higher. Looks like volatility ends with a fast sudden move higher and a breakout Um, yeah, so we go from looks like a gap up at resistance on Tuesday morning on the 14th, and we have a local high there for that day's chart, but we fall sharply. There's a sudden move lower in a period of decline from that point. It looks like we have a low at the end of the day there on the 14th, but the following day is a big push to the upside. So at the end of the day there, we probably move higher. At the end of the 14th, we probably move higher there, and then there's a move higher on the 15th to a local high. There's two trade opportunities there in the midst of a decline that takes place on the 15th, somewhere in there, and then there's a fast sudden move higher in the midst of some volatility as well on the 15th. But overall bullish day. Further breakout or continued upward movement on the 16th. And we'll be bumping along resistance, possibly breaking through some, but the majority of the behavior is going to be bumping along resistance on the 16th. The 17th, we have a notable move to the upside and a trade opportunity, but there's also a revisiting of a crest that we likely also visited somewhere on the 15th. So it looks to me like the 20th, we finish a rally on the 20th, 21st, let's say. We finish a rally there. That's roughly the same price level that we had on the 1st of the month. We revisited again on the 20th. I'm advised to buy some protection there on the 17th or on the 20th. There's a trade opportunity at a high on the 21st and a reversal there with a fast sudden move lower in the period of sideways rotation. There's a lot of ground covered there to meet a low on the 21st. We do some sideways rotation that turns into more of a bullish movement towards the end of the day on the 22nd. There's another month's low correlator, so there's another important crest or prominent crest here on the 23rd, but it also marks an opportunity in the midst of that decline there a prominent trough on the 23rd. I'm so sorry, prominent trough on the 23rd, and that decline that takes us to the trough on the 23rd is going to go through an important support level. And it's going to break down through support to meet a second support, bounce along that support, then break down through more supports. And in the midst of that big decline with those two local lows that take place there on that 23rd day chart, there's an opportunity to open up some long positions, buy some calls. We have a big push to the upside, a breakout on the 24th, and a trade opportunity there as well, looks like, to reach a distant resistance level. Trade opportunity in the midst of that breakout. Month's high correlator on the 27th, and a local high there with some sideways fluctuation with a bullish trajectory to it, but it also precedes a decline, and we see the following day we have two local lows, two local highs. An opportunity in the midst of extreme volatility here to open a position for both sides. So opening up puts and calls on the 28th. Yeah, okay, there's a definite sharp decline there, guys. Sharp decline out of a day's high somewhere there on the 28th. A sharp decline, like notable on a month's chart, and a continued decline the following day. Continued sharp decline on the 29th. We have a failed attempt to break through resistance, followed by a decline through an important support. An important agreement between two leaders is highlighted on the 30th. We have a local high and a trade opportunity there on the 30th. Looks like we move kind of sideways moving into moving out of the month there on that final day. But there is from the high a sharp dip within a period of decline. And the trade opportunity there on the 30th is a fast sudden move higher within a period of volatility. Sneak preview for the following month for July, a major bottom, a lower low, or same low that we have here in June, but after out of that low we have a big move to the upside. There's a fake out in the midst of a decline there, and that's the overall behavior for July. If you like this June reading, let me know. Let me know how it helps you, and thanks for purchasing, my friends. Much love, much support, and when you make profits off of this, please pay it forward, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.